Membership has its privileges, but privileges come at a cost. Meaning, there are times in which the individual must sacrifice in order to satisfy the needs of the group, and there are times that the group must sacrifice in order to satisfy the needs of the individual. When this arises and the individual is being called upon by the group to satisfy his or her obligations, it's tempting for the individual to just go along to get along and do more than they have the capacity to do. Likewise, it's tempting for the group to override the needs of the individual and only think about what's good for us and just require that the person show up and perform by force or by fire. But neither one of those options and habits is healthy, and therefore they're not sustainable. So today I want to share with you a lesson that demonstrates the ways in which we as individuals need to manage the expectations of the group, and the way that the group has to be able to compromise and be flexible while still making demands on the individual. Orunmila was the head of his Egbe in heaven, meaning Orunmila was the thought leader, Orunmila was the problem solver, Orunmila was the go-to guy whenever his cohort needed him in heaven. So when Orunmila came to the earth, his Egbe was missing a major asset. After a while, they couldn't solve their problems, and so they called upon Orunmila. They said, Baba, we need you to come back to heaven right away to help us solve our problems. When Orunmila got the message through his dreams that his Egbe was summoning him back to heaven, Orunmila went to consult Ifa because he hadn't finished what he had started. They told Orunmila that he needed to construct Aroko. Aroko are symbolic messages. You get different ingredients and you prepare them, you tie them together into a bundle or something in a particular way to convey a message. And so Orunmila pulled together different ingredients that indicated what he was working on. He sent it to his Egbe. When his Egbe got the message, they didn't know how to interpret it. And so they came and Orunmila conveyed the message to them in detail. All of these different ingredients represent the things that I'm working on, and it's going to take me X amount of time before I can actually return to heaven to fulfill my obligations. The Egbe heard Orunmila's message. Their expectations were managed. They left Orunmila on earth to complete his earthly mission. And so it is that we as individuals must manage the expectations of the group, and the group must accept the limitations of the individual. For lessons like this every single day, visit obafemio.com or orishalifestyle.com and find out how you can join the School of Orisa Studies and enjoy our daily Ose lessons. Aboru aboye. Aboshishe.